Hey YouTube, welcome to the second edition of Ask Hyperdrive, and this month we're coming to you from the beautiful state of Texas. I went home for Labor Day, and this is my backyard that I'm filming from. So, let's get started. What has Hyperdrive been up to? Well, in the last month we started a new series view called Hyper Vlogs. So every Saturday we're going to upload a vlog showing you kind of what we've been up to for the last week, you know, when we're hanging out and not making videos, so you can feel like you're part of the gang and see what we do when we're having fun. And we've done 3 of those, and the 4th one is coming out this coming Saturday. So if you haven't seen them already, here's a playlist of all the hyper vlogs so far. And like I said, if you're subscribed, you're going to see them every week from here on out. 4 of us started a new podcast called From Under a Rock. The 4 of us are Michael, James, Ryan, and myself. And every week we bring 1, 2, or 3 of us out from under a rock on a movie that one of us has seen, but the other one has not. So, you know, if you haven't seen Back to the Future, you've been living under a rock, that's where it all comes from. Click the link below and you can catch up and start listening to them on the way to work and all of that. This is a really good apple. What are you doing? Daddy, what are you doing? That's going to end up in the video. All right, let's get to some audience interaction, and that's you guys. So this month we have a question from one of our audience members, Colonel Pepper, who asks, where did we meet and learn the editing stuff? Good question, Colonel Pepper. We all met in college. We went to the University of Texas at Austin over in Texas. That's why we refer to Texas so much, or at least I do. And over there at UT, there is this thing called Texas Student Television, which was the student-run FCC-licensed TV station they had there. I know that spiel so well because I ended up being the station manager there my last year. But they had a bunch of TV shows that would do shows every week, and we all met there. Most of us met on the show Video Game Hour Live. Let's see, off the top of my head, Wes, James, Ryan, and myself worked there. And then we had Taylor, who worked on Sneak Peek. We have Sasha, who worked on Capital Cineforum, later known as Down to Film. Also, Kelly's from Capital Cineforum, and then produced the show and changed it from Cineforum to Down to Film. We have Haley, who worked on Sneak Peek as well. And Michael, who worked on a couple of shows and then started his own show called Shenanigans, which is actually up for an award this year. A lot of the shows we worked on were up for awards, so we did a lot of good quality content there in college. And then when we moved out here to LA, we kind of all moved together. Some of us had been out here longer than others, but we're all out here now, and I had wanted to do a YouTube channel so we could keep making stuff. So luckily for me, everybody was gung-ho and on board to film, and we've just kept making content ever since. So essentially, since we started college, we just kept doing stuff, which is exciting because we like doing stuff and we like making our own thing without anyone telling us what to do or how to do it. All right, where did I learn to edit? Well, I first started editing when I was 13 on a family vacation. I filmed a bunch of stuff, and I decided to start editing in Windows Movie Maker, which is all I had at the time. But at the time, it wasn't too bad. It's much better than what it is now. And then the next year, my dad got me Sony Vegas Studio, and I upgraded to Sony Vegas Movie Studio Pro after that. And then I used a little bit of Adobe Premiere. So I just kind of learned from using it, basically. Then off in college, I went to Texas Student TV, like I said, and I actually took an editing class there, and I finally learned how to use Final Cut Pro. And I just used that every week on several different shows, a couple that I produced. And just from using it every week, I got better and better, and I used it to edit a couple of short films and YouTube videos every week. And then I've just been using that ever since, and now I even use Adobe Premiere CC at work. So I just kind of learned through a lot of using it and some video tutorials along the way. I usually use video tutorials for After Effects, but that wasn't quite your question. As far as editing, I just from using it and watching other people use it and just diving through and seeing what all I can do. The cool thing about editing is once you learn one program, the principles are the same. You just have to learn where those buttons are on the other program. So hopefully I'll learn another program like Avid soon. Our first comment comes from Vikar on our channel trailer from a while back. And he says, "This makes me want to subscribe. Too bad I already did." Too bad indeed. If we could have a double subscribe button, we would. If you haven't subscribed already, you should. But hey, I appreciate that comment, Vikar. Am I pronouncing that right? Vikar? Vikar? I'm going to go with Vikar. The Intellectual Magician says on our pre-podcast rituals video, aside from the podcast, this isn't too far from reality. Yeah, Michael regularly chokes us out, and I regularly use the Force every week. Yeah, especially that part where I use the Force. That's a pretty normal occurrence for me. This month we have another funny meme from Colonel Pepper, who's becoming one of our favorite contributors on Hyperdrive Pictures, and this meme was from a photo contest we did on our Slap video a couple weeks ago. And if you didn't know about these picture contests. We try to do one every week, so keep an eye on our Facebook page, link down below, and you can see our pictures that we upload every week. And when we have a really funny one like this, we'll post it out, and then you guys can go ahead and give us captions. He went a couple steps ahead of everyone else and actually made a meme out of it. You could just leave in the comments below, but if you want to go above and beyond, you can do what Colonel Pepper did and actually make a funny meme out of it that we can post around. So really funny stuff. Thanks, Colonel Pepper. Speaking of Colonel Pepper, he actually sent us a video based off of a tutorial we did a couple weeks ago that I thought was really funny. I'm a big Power Rangers fan. He's a big Power Rangers fan, and he watched the tutorial on how to morph and redid a morph he did on an older video. That video is right here. You should click on that because it's actually really cool. You can see a huge improvement in his before morph and his after morph. So I'm really excited to see that you guys are using the tutorials we do, and this is actually pretty cool, so you should check it out. And also, it's got the Dragon Zord in it. Come on, everyone loves the Dragon Zord. Right, Jenny?
No.
Jenny loves the Dragon Zord. You love Power Rangers, right, Jenny?
No.
My sister hates Power Rangers. Bit of a downer note, the speaker on the camera that we're recording on right now is actually not working, so I'm going to be sending it in for repair. Luckily, the repair shop's nearby, but we might be without a camera for about a week. Hopefully that shouldn't mess with our upload schedule. We got all types of content that we do, so we'll try to keep to our schedule, but in case we don't, it's because our camera's in for repair. So just keep that in mind in case we miss a week. Hopefully we don't. Thanks for watching another Ask Hyperdrive. We're going to be doing another one of these at the beginning of next month. I think maybe we'll do a specific person, so we'll bring one of the specific members of Hyperdrive up, and you can ask questions specifically about them. So if you like that idea, leave your answer in the comments below, and then on Facebook we can get a vote running to see who wants to be the first one, or who you want to be the first one in our personal Ask Hyperdrive. So that should be fun. We'll see you again with another one of these next month, and we'll see you with more videos every week. Be sure to subscribe so you don't miss a single one of them. We got our Facebook and Twitter, like I said before, and we've got an older video from last month that you can watch over there. So keep watching and punch it! Ugh.